Hey everyone, it's Roman from Silver Dog Games, and today we're going to be talking about hooking up a game controller for your computer. So this is something that's very interesting. It's fun to do because you can use a gaming controller for your games that you're making in Unity or any other gaming engine. And so the gaming controller, it is constructed basically like a Xbox 360 controller or PS3 controller, anything like that, where it's just a gaming controller. They make them for computers, so it has a USB cable coming from it, and you just plug it directly into the computer, or they have wireless ones that you can get. I just have a USB cable one, just because it's cheaper and it still works perfectly fine. So they're mainly used for testing games, but you can also use them for your own games that you are playing, that you have like downloaded. So that's cool. It's like a multi-use controller. So before we go into Unity and configure it, we're going to open up the control panel and we're going to calibrate it at first. So all you do is just open up control panel, hardware and sounds, devices and printers, and let it open that up. Come on. Come on, what are you doing? There we go. Okay, here we go. So it's gamepad F310. Just double click that. And here you get some information from it. Here we go. Xbox 360 controller for Windows. Now this is the one that we're going to be working with. So let's see. Alright, looks like, well, it tells us that it's hooked up perfectly fine. And we actually may not need to calibrate it. Okay. So, sometimes, like, the joysticks will be a little off. Like, if it's hooked up and you have it so your right joystick, you're going to use it for, like, moving the camera to look around. The camera will be slowly drifting to the right or left or something. And that just means that it's not calibrated all the way. And you'd have to go through this and fix it and stuff, but it looks like we're fine. Okay. So that's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up Unity. Now I already have it configured, so I'm going to show you like what it's going to be like, and then I'll go through it and show you how to hook it up to make it so it'll run properly for your game. Alright, here we go. We last left off with the advanced menu. This is such an advanced menu, right? Just some boring space backdrop. Yeah, I don't even like that. I'm gonna get rid of that. So now I just get this again. Isn't that fun? Okay, anyways, let's go to our level 1 scene. Alrighty. So let's find our player. We are way far away from it. There we go. Okay. Whoa. Here's our player. Why is it zooming in so far? Okay. So I'm going to click play. And now I am about 5 feet from my computer. And I am still controlling the game. I'm not near the mouse. As you can see here, I'm moving it right now using the mouse, but now I'm using the controller. Jumping works, moving the camera up and down, right and left. And you can change the sensitivity settings for that. And also moving around backwards, forwards, strafe right, strafe left, and all that good stuff. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to make this happen. Okay. So first things first, make sure you have it plugged in and it's all working properly. Go over to File and then Project Settings, Input. Right there. And you should have something just like this. And you might you are probably not going to have these bottom three. It's probably just going to end at jump. I'm not sure because, yeah, it should be something like that. Okay, so it's really easy. Just go over to the horizontal and vertical ones. Make sure you have the axis drop down so you can actually see all these. Okay, and so for horizontal, this means walking, I think, yeah, left and right, strafing left and right. So name is horizontal. Negative and positive button is, well, the positive button is right. So these mean the arrow keys. So when you're pressing down the right arrow key, then that means you're going to the right because it's the positive, and positive is going this way and negative is going this way. So the positive is going to be right and left is negative. So that's how you do left and right strafing. And then the alternative negative and positive button is D and A for the WASD key configuration. And so what we're going to do is type key or mouse button. So that's just for the key, the keyboard. Axis X because it's going sideways, not up and down. And then for the joystick number, it's get motion from all. And then it's going to be the same for vertical, down, up, SW, and get motion. So that should be like that already. And then let's look into this. I think it's actually, oops, this one. Here we go. Yep. Okay. So jump, which is see how there's two of them. This is getting the space bar for the keyboard. But this one, actually, we can do it like this even. You don't even need this jump. You can be using this one. And all you do is alternative positive. You're going to type in the same that's for here, joystick button 0, and put it right there. But it's fine if you have two. It does the same purpose, so whatever. So this is for the keyboard one. Press space on the keyboard. And then for the game controller, positive button, joystick button 0. And make sure it is jump, and it's spelled exactly like that with a capital J. Okay? Gravity 1000, dead 0.001, sensitivity 1000. These are off. Key or mouse button, x-axis, get motion from all joysticks. So this is what makes you able to press A and jump up, or X, or whatever it is for the PS3 controller. And let's see. This is mouse movement. Okay. Yep. Okay. Perfect. So now if you go down, the first mouse X and Y, not the second one, but the first one. This is going to be using the game controller one. So make sure it's mouse X, capital M, capital X, and there's a space in between. All this is cleared. Gravity 0. Dead is 0.01. Sensitivity, you can change it, but have it around 0.18. Type joystick axis, and then it has to be fourth axis for the axis. And this is going to be get all motion. And for Y, 0, 0.01, 0.15. Joystick axis, fifth axis, not fourth, fifth. And get motion up from all. So this is what enables you to be able to look around using the right joystick. And you can change the sensitivity setting to your likings, but I like a nice slow one so you have more control. And yeah. So that's how you look around. And I think that's about it. Let's just take one last look. Okay, and then this is for the movement of the player. So it's just like this one, except see how it's getting the key or mouse button, which is the keyboard input. Now we're going to get the gamepad input. So it's going to be type joystick axis X, and then joystick axis Y. So this is for forward and backwards, and this one is for left and right. So make sure you have gravity 0, dead is 0.19, and same for this one, sensitivity 1 and 1. And that's basically it to configure it. You may have some problems, like I'll show you an example of a problem. Oops, get that back up. Here's a perfect example. So this is using the right joystick to look around, right? The dead, I'm going to do, let's see, let's try, okay, so 0.01, I'm going to put at 0 for the X, and let's see what that does. Okay, then it has to be the higher number. Okay, so let's say I had it at 1. Okay. What I was going to show you is that sometimes if you have it at a certain number and you're not moving the joystick at all, like it's just idle, it will like drift slowly to the right, left, up, or down. And that's because of like the position of the joystick whenever you like just aren't touching it. And so the dead value will make it so that this is how much room you have before, or how much like further you have to move the joystick for it to be able to detect the input. For it to detect the input of like you moving it. So if you had a like, let's see, what I do if I do like 5 or something. Yeah, see, it's too high. It's like the value that the joystick creates is too low for it to detect a 5. So let's try 1. 1 is too high. 0.5. Oops. 0.1. There we go. So it can detect 0.1. Let's try 0.0001. Trying to get so it'll like okay, whatever. So let's just leave it at 0.1 or 0.01. Okay. I tried showing you an example of like how it'll be like I'm not moving the joystick at all, but it'll be like drifting to the right or left so slightly. So you have to change this to make it so it takes a larger amount of motion for it to detect like, oh, he's actually moving the joystick instead of like it thinks you are. It like you may not get that, but it might happen to you, and then you'll have to change that value, and then you'll like understand. So yeah, these are the very basics of hooking up a game controller and making it so you're able to use it for your game. Later in tutorial videos, I'm going to have it so you can be able to like press other buttons to do other actions, such as like pressing down on the left joystick to be able to run, press B to do some action, maybe the right trigger to shoot or throw an object or whatever. Press the start button to pause, and other things like that. And I'll show you how to do that in other tutorials, but these are the very basics for like moving your character around, be able to jump. And so that's basically it for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you.